A reading from the book of Ecclesiastes. Vanity of vanities, the preacher says. Vanity of vanities. All is vanity. For so it is that a man who has labored wisely, skillfully, and successfully must leave what is his own to someone who has not toiled for it at all. This too is vanity and great injustice. For what does he gain for all the toil and strain that he has undergone under the sun? What of all his laborious days, his cares of office, his restless nights? This too is vanity. The word of the Lord.
A reading from the letter of St. Paul to the Colossians. Since you have been brought back to true life with Christ, you must look for the things that are in heaven, where Christ is, sitting at God's right hand. Let your thoughts be on heavenly things, not on the things that are on the earth, because you have died, and now the life you have is hidden with Christ in God. But when Christ is revealed, and he is your life, you too will be revealed in all your glory with him. That is why you must kill everything in you that belongs only to earthly life: fornication, impurity, guilty passion, evil desires, and especially greed, which is the same thing as worshiping a false god, and never tell lies to each other. You have stripped off your old behavior with your old self, and you have put on a new self which will progress towards true knowledge the more it is renewed in the image of its creator, and in that image there is no room for distinction between Greek and Jew, between the circumcised or the uncircumcised, or between barbarians and Scythians, slave and free man. There is only Christ. He is everything, and he is in everything. The word of the Lord.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. A man in the crowd said to Jesus, "Master, tell my brother to give me a share of our inheritance." "My friend," he replied, "who appointed me your judge or the arbitrator of your claims?" Then he said to them, "Watch and be on your guard against avarice of any kind. For a man's life is not made secure by what he owns, even when he has more than he needs." Then he told them a parable. There was once a rich man who, having had a good harvest from his land, thought to himself, "What am I to do? I have not enough room to store my crops." Then he said, "This is what I will do. I will pull down my barns and build bigger ones, and store all my grain and my goods in them. And I will say to my soul, 'My soul, you have plenty of good things laid by for many years to come. Take things easy, eat, drink, have a good time.' But God said to them, "Fool, this very night the demand will be made for your soul, and this hoard of yours, whose will it be then?" So it is when a man stores up treasure for himself in place of making himself rich in the sight of God. The Gospel of the Lord. I believe most of us are working. Anybody here not working? Anybody here not working? Maybe if you are retired, you still get some pension or whatever from the government. If you are retired and you are not from the government sector, maybe your EPF may be helping you quite a bit. But eventually, you may have to do some work to supplement your income. But I believe most of us are working, unless you are studying. But studying is also a form of working. But when we are working, is what we are getting, our gaji, our pay, is what we are getting for our pay enough or not? How many say enough? Ayoyo. Everybody say not enough lah. So if not enough, then how much is enough? How much is enough? Some of you may say, oh, maybe now my pay is 2,000. If I get another 2,000, 4,000, maybe it will be enough. Then after you get 4,000 already, then again you say, 4,000 not enough. Now I got 4,000, I want to get nice house lah, nice car lah, nice watch lah, nice MP3 lah, nice handphone lah, nice iPad lah, nice iPod lah, nice this lah, nice computer, whatever. Then what happens? Not enough again. Then what's going to happen? You want more gaji. You want more gaji. Then your gaji not enough, then you want even more. Then as you progress, we find that we become more and more depending on many things, We become more and more attracted to many things because what we initially had does not seem to be enough. The question is, my dear friends, how much is enough? Even if you have $3 million, let's say you have $3 million, that one also can be not enough. Because once you have $3 million, then what's going to happen? Oh, very scared. Oh, nowadays got people shoot lah, got people rob lah, got people this lah, that lah. Then must have gated house lah, must have security lah, must have all the fierce Rottweiler lah, whatever dogs, German Shepherd lah, whatever. Not only that, must have camera here, camera there. Then, not enough again. Because our lifestyle is dependent on things. Our lifestyle is dependent on things. And when our lifestyle is dependent on things, all these things will cause us to be not enough. We will always be unhappy. We will always be asking for more and more and more. No end to it, And then what is going to happen? When we don't have enough, what do? We work like crazy, work until don't even know we are already married, work until don't even know we got house, stay in the office all the time. Then what happens? We lose our relationship. We lose our health. We lose so many things because we keep on pursuing money, money. We keep on pursuing that. And then at the end of the day, when we are in the hospital, we are not well, we are in really bad shape. All this money, can we bring with us or no? Of course cannot, Eventually, there will come a time all these things will not matter anymore. And then when that happens, what is going to happen? that time, some of us may regret, Aiyo, I had the chance to be in good terms with my relatives, my in-laws, my outlaws, but I didn't do anything. Aiyo, I could be good times with my family members, I didn't do anything. Until last minute, also didn't do anything. Then what's going to happen when we return to the Lord? Today's gospel is a reminder to us, that we should not put our faith and trust in worldly things. Of course, we must have sufficient things for us to survive in this world. But let us not put our trust and faith in these worldly things, because eventually, whether you like it or not, you can be young, you can be old, you can be sick, you can be healthy, you can be whatever. Whether we like it or not, one day we will balik kampung, Then when we balik kampung, do you think we will be with the kampung there, or we will be at another kampung? It may seem funny, but it's a very serious matter, because if we don't do something about it little bit by little bit, wait for last minute, cannot one, we need to take step by step to work towards being with the Lord. And we work towards being with the Lord by maintaining a good relationship with the Lord. And how do we maintain a good relationship with the Lord? Of course, come for mass, prayer, anything like that. But the other thing that we may have been neglecting is confession. When was the last time you went for confession? Sometimes I get people coming to me on Advent and Lent, and when I ask them, when's the last time they went for confession? Last Advent. Aiyo, so many months, never seen. Let us not neglect the state of our soul, because ultimately, whatever that we have, whatever that we own, is only temporary. In the end, what matters most is our soul, because our soul will return to the Lord, and the Lord will tell us, "Welcome, good and faithful servant. Come and join in your master's joy and presence." Or he may tell us, "Away with you," and you may end up with those fellows grinding and chattering of teeth. Which one you prefer? You have to choose. Some of you may have heard of this before, but just for the sake of those who have not heard it before, I received an email, some years back. I may have said this to you before, but some of you may remember, some of you forget, never mind. Some years back, somebody gave me an email where this old man, this old man, I don't care whether 80 years old, 90 years old, 100 years old, he was on his deathbed, going to balik kampung already. And then, he's a rich man, plenty of money, millions here, millions there, big car, big house, big everything. Then, he told his wife to come and see him personally, and what he said to his wife, "When I die, I want you to take the money out from the bank, there were millions or whatever, put it into my coffin and bury it, Yeah. All the children are very scared, Ayo, like that, what's going to happen then? So the old man eventually passed away, passed away. And after the funeral, the children were very kanchiong, asked the mother, "Hey, Mom, did you actually do that?" The mother said, "Don't worry, don't worry. I wrote him a check, If we can cash the money, he can have it, Are we writing the correct check to be with the Lord? Or are we writing the wrong check? You decide.